Hello everyone, I hope you're keeping well. You're watching Bob's Baggers, home of all things rubbish, and I'm going to cut straight to the chase. I got the Grand Sport! We are of course playing some more Gran Turismo 4. I finally got the C4 Grand Sport, and I am so happy. This is genuinely one of my all-time favourite American cars, and I don't care if everyone thinks it's crap or it's rubbish or anything like that. It's cool to me, and that's all I care about. And good God, this thing looks awesome. I really always wanted one of these, and it's Gran Turismo that caused that. So I figured we'll jump into the Corvette Championship, and I know I bought the C5, and I don't care. The problem I've got is I really need some money. Oh dear. Okay. Is there anything that I'm not going to use? Probably not. I'm probably going to keep all of this. Oh dear. Maybe it would be a smart move to drive the... I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to oil change it and I'm going to see what it does. Because why not? I'm not going to change a thing about the way it looks because it's just perfect. Okay. I love these wheels on this car, I really do. And do you know what really sets these off for me? The little red stripes on the wing. I don't know what it is, it's such a cool little touch to me. I just like these cars. I mean, I like C4s anyway, and I know, I'm sure they get a bad reputation or whatever, and I just do not care. You can have your opinion, and I will disagree with you. I don't care if it's the worst car in American history, which I'm pretty much sure it isn't. I like them. Do we think I can tune it? I mean, I don't know what it will make with a chip in it, maybe. 345 horsepower, I mean... Or what about... Oh. Do you know what? Let's see what it does as it is. Is it here at the Corvette? Yeah, Corvette Festival. I get 10k per race here. Oh, that'd be why. They're all 4 laps. That's still not that long, though. That's not a Corvette in the picture. That was a Chevelle, wasn't it? Cool. Let's have a look. I don't know, you can get a C4 ZR1 in this game. Interesting, okay. Alright, come on. I want to see what this can do. I'm very excited. I'm probably going to get hammered and I don't care. Because I can always jump into C5. Yes! Okay, this is cool. Now, I'm not going to tell you specs or anything on this car because I know absolutely nothing. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, hang on. I've got to restart the race. I just realised why it's not accelerating quite the way I wanted it to. I do this every time. Okay, let's go. Yes. Yes. Okay, hopefully this should stop pegging it in the corners. And the thing is, the 10k we get from this race, I can invest into making the car lighter and more powerful, and then it will just dominate the championship. I don't know what the prize car is. I mean, it's only a 62-point race, though. I don't know what the extra 10 horsepower would have done for us. Probably not a whole bunch. Maybe taking some weight out would have helped, though. That, to be fair, that probably would have been a smart move, but we're doing it live. This thing's so cool. It doesn't sound awful in this game either, it has to be said. Okay. There we go. I'm counting on us to be able to beat the classics. I'm not worried about the C2. Oh, it's a split window as well. Ooh. Right. It's the C5 I'm worried about. But then again, we have to see. We've just got to race against it. This is quick. This is very quick. Okay. Oh. Yes, it's nice to drive stuff that isn't just, you know, the standard Japanese stuff that you play with in Gran Turismo. And don't get me wrong, I love Silvias, Skyline Supras, RX, I really do. But there's something so good about driving around in Corvettes and Camaros and Challengers and stuff like that. I just enjoy it. I like American cars. Okay, we're catching up. I'll tell you what, let's make that the comments for this week. What is your favourite generation of Corvette? For me, I think the best looking car in the world is a C2. Well, it's between a 300 SL Gullwing and a C2 Stingray convertible. Like, it's just one of those two. Just cool cars. I love them. That C3's pretty quick, but so I'd say the C2's got to be up there. To be honest, I like a C6 as well. I really do. I think they're pretty cool. I don't know much about them, other than I see lots of people make them very fast. Not that I would consider any of them to be slow in the first place, but my idea of quick and everyone else's are completely different things. C3's got some legs. That's pretty fast. Okay. Oh. Come on. There we go. Yeah, okay, good. I'm worried that putting an aftermarket exhaust on this is going to make it sound awful. Because it sounds pretty cool right now. Yes. Cool, 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 cool. Yes! Ah, so cool. I have nothing to say. I'm just very happy that I'm driving around in Gran Turismo in a C4 Grand Sport. Okay, good stuff. Ooh dear. I don't know what was going on in my my town the other day, but there was a swarm of Mustangs all of a sudden. Like the sort of 2015 shape ones. I don't know the chassis codes. But yeah, I like them. I think they're pretty cool. They all sounded great. It's weird, like I rarely see an EcoBoost one in the UK. I've seen way more GTs than I have anything else. But I don't know. I don't know if that's because people can't bring themselves to buy a full-cylinder Mustang. I mean, I don't really care, but I would rather have the V8. But I don't know. Come on. Is it 2015? I don't actually know. Maybe it's the later ones. It was the ones that was sold in the UK. Like the first generation of those ones. The right-hand drive ones and all that. So there was also a Slam Mark II Golf on Ronals, which just looked awesome. I love an old school V-dub. I used to have a Mark II facelift bread van. It was an SPI, not carburetted or anything like that, but I loved it. I'd argue it's the best car I've ever owned. I absolutely adored that thing. It was lowered, it had the BBS wheels, side exit exhaust, like all your typical like V-dub stuff. And I picked it up for 750 quid with 12 months MOT, and there was not a single spot of rust on that car. You can't do that these days. I do regret selling it, but it's a cool little car. I do love those little bread vans, and sort of Mark II Polos, Mark II Golf, Mark I Golf. I've always had a soft spot for Mark IIIs actually, and then I can just feel the hatred for that. But I'll happily admit, out of all the Golfs, it's probably the worst one. Although the interior in the Mark 8 does bring it down quite a few notches. But yeah, I know. I like it. There's something about the Mark III I quite like. especially a VR6 one. Wow, we're flying. Absolutely flying. I mean, do I need to upgrade this? Because we're pretty much dominating as it is. It took a couple of laps to catch up. Then again, on a faster track, we may not have the legs. I think the only advantage I've got here is that I'm actually racing fairly clean on the past couple of laps. So. I mean, this is literally like just one of the most iconic cars and one of the most iconic tracks in Gran Turismo. Yes. I mean, I could end the video here, to be honest. I'm happy. I'm fully satisfied. I am spent. But I'm not going to, because I've never done this championship, and I want to see what's on the other end. It's so weird, because normally I'd film Kaido Racer on a Thursday, and then Gran Turismo on a Saturday, and I'd upload it on a Saturday as well. But I'm going to be away this weekend, and then there actually won't be a video next week, unless I might be able to record something on Sunday, but my time's pretty tight. Just for the simple fact that I've got a very busy week next week. But because of that, I'm recording Gran Turismo straight after Kaido Racer. And it's quite interesting how different the two games feel. Because not like having a break away from them, like on the Friday, I'll probably play a bit of Forza or Insurgency Sandstorm something on a controller because I'm a scrub. But yeah, it's very peculiar. I'd say Gran Turismo is definitely the far superior game in terms of handling physics. To be honest, probably in every aspect. But I love Kaido Racer for the variety and the it brings, and you know, the fact that you can do so many different types of races, and just racing up and down the mountains is so cool. So that was 10k. I mean, we get 50k from all this. If I can help it, I kind of like not to throw any upgrades in the vet. I might do a weight reduction because it does feel a little bit heavy. Let's see, Laguna Seca we should be fast. New York would be a worry. We've got to do the Camaro meter. I have got the supercharged Camaro thinking about it. That should do it. Let's have a look. That's significantly lighter. I mean, if I throw on the racing chip, we still have 10 grand. So, less weight, more power. Yeah, I mean, come on, that's a winning recipe. And that keeps us nice and safe. That being said, I'm curious, how much power does it make? Not that much. How much power does it make on that? 386. Okay, interesting. Is it trying to coax you into doing this? Not really. Interesting. Okay, so it's not quite the powerhouse I thought you could make it. Then again, 400 to 500 horsepower is still a lot. So it's lighter and it's more powerful, and we're at Laguna Seca. This should be fairly easy, unless this is like there's some mad Corvette race. Oh no. Okay, we're good. I mean, we've got to be getting fairly close to the ZR1's horsepower, haven't we? Are they 375? I don't know. Watch Jason Kamisa's video on the ZR1. It's wicked. God, these cars look sick. These all look fantastic. It's the proper sports car shape, isn't it, the Corvette? Very long gears. But I don't mind that necessarily. Oh, coming through. Ooh, okay. Good. Good. I wonder if there's a Viper race. I could do with buying a Viper as well. Oh, this is so good. This isn't the flamethrower, but it doesn't need to be. Right, let's get up to the C5. Oh, sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not even remotely sorry. I will cheat my way to a win. I have absolutely no shame in that. Come on. Okay, cool. No! Okay, kept on the tarmac. Okay. Laguna Seca is such a cool track. It's just a shame it's so far away from me. Oh, I'm having that. Hello! Go, 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 go! There we go. I mean, I don't know if that's going to run out of gear. It's got a very good chance that it might. Especially... Oh, it might struggle... The oldies may struggle at New York with how straight that is. They're probably going to be running into their rev limiters. Unless they've got gearboxes on them. Which would be kind of cool if Gran Turismo did upgrade them in that way, but I'm not fussed either way. Here we go. It's incredible, isn't it? You spend 2,500 credits and you make a car that is very fast. Very, very, very fast, people. Good stuff. Ah, this is awesome. That gets me every time. It's probably the noise that everyone else is making when they see me cut corners and ram the opponents off the track. The anger hum. Oh man, this thing is so good. This is easily my favourite car that I've got in my collection right now. Followed closely by that the V8 STVR. That thing is wicked. Yes. Come on. And this, do you know what? It's weird. Like some of these championships felt quite long. Like the McGann one felt like it dragged. But this one, because I'm having quite a fair chunk of fun, despite the fact the racing isn't that close, which is weird considering this car is more or less stock. Let's be honest. It's not like it's heavily upgraded. Yeah, it's nice to sometimes just kick back, chill, and have an easy race. Yeah, this is cool. I may jump into C5 actually, to be fair. We might do that for the last race. Jump into C5 and see what that's about. Because I bought it, I might as well use the thing. I actually bought it to do this while I waited for a Grand Sport to come up. And the Grand Sport came up before. Wow, we are leaving them for dead. Lovely. Oh man, this thing is like butter. He says as he drives it off the track. I'm out breaking myself though. That's purely my fault. Oh, this thing sounds sick. For a Gran Turismo car anyway. Oh man, what a cool thing. What a really cool thing. Ah, dear. Oh. That was a combination of things going wrong there. There was sparks, there was oversteer, there was off-road driving. Proving that the Corvette's the most capable car on the planet. I really would give up a kidney for one of these things. And I don't know if like the Grand Sport is like all that rare or all that special. I really don't know anything about these things. I just know them from Gran Turismo, like from playing Gran Turismo as a kid, and I just always remember seeing this in Gran Turismo and just thinking, yeah, I want it. It's just one of those cars I always liked. Because you had this, and did you have the SVT Mustang in Gran Turismo 3? Fairly sure you did. And there was always that Cobra in Seattle that would just dominate everything. But that's why I want to get the Superbird for the Classic Car Championship. I don't know if that's going to be any... I mean, the Superbird could be absolutely horrid. And I just don't care. Because the Superbird is just one of the coolest cars. I'm fairly sure there is a... that's what I'm going to check, actually. We're going to do one more race in this. We'll do 2 races in the C5, and we'll check to see if there's a Superbird, and then I'll find out how to unlock the thing. Tell you what though, at this rate, I'm going to have 25% game completion. I'm going to be able to be yeah. Goodness me, Robert. Get your words out, man. I'll be able to do some endurance races. Now, I have noticed 94 subscribers. 6 more to go. The Underground 2 stream is going ahead. Which means I'll be streaming. I'll probably be doing 1 a month maybe to start with. Because I don't get a lot of time. But I could stream some Gran Turismo endurance races for you guys if that's the sort of thing that you'd be interested in. So yeah, let me know in the comments as well as the Corvettes. Let me know if you want to see some Gran Turismo endurance races. Goodness me, that was over and done with fairly quickly. Does make you wonder if we should even bother upgrading it. I'm not going to. The car's perfect the way it is. I've got no complaints with the handling or anything along those lines. Cool. Oh dearie me. New York. That is definitely Chevelle. It's gotta be, hasn't it? Unless I'm seeing things, unless I'm just clicking through the menus too quick. I'm gonna have to check after this race. This might be the only one where we struggle because I reckon the C5's probably got more legs than we do on the straights. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we might as well just stay in this view. It's a lot easier to race Gran Turismo in this view than it is Kino Racer. Then again, I guess that's just I'm just used to playing Kino Racer on the bumper cam. Ooh. Let's try and do this without ramming everyone just out the way immediately. Oh, the ZR1's fast. Ooh. Give me some space, man. Give me some space, man. Oh, what a maneuver. Oh. Come on. Use some of that. Come on, use some of that torque. There we go. I must admit, this is not my favourite track. I don't like tracks that are just right angles. It's just the issue I have with a lot of the Forza Horizon tracks. Like, especially like the town ones where it's just right and left turn, like 90-degree right and left turns. There's not much. It's just not that fun for me. I like a nice fast-paced race. Right, let's see if it runs out of gear. It should be stuck at about 130-ish. So we should notice that we start to close it in quite significantly. Oh, it's probably doing about 140 there. Ooh. Ooh, I don't want to hit it. Come on, let's go. Ooh, let's drag race it. Oh, come on. Give me some room, man. There we go. That C3's been my biggest competitor. It's flying. I'm impressed. The C3 does not run out of gear. Cool. Okay. Not that I need it, but I might buy one. This is my obsession with buying cars in these games. That's what it's there for, though. This thing's so cool. I'm interested to see how different the C5 feels. Probably not that much different because all the cars more or less feel the same in these games, but I don't really mind. Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cool. Excellent. In terms of the stream, I actually do need to figure out how to stream. I've not done it before, so cool. Alright, but yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be. I'm probably gonna do some like tests and stuff in November because I'm hoping we're gonna hit 100 subs in November, and then probably the week before Christmas is where the Underground 2 stream will be on. I'm probably gonna make it because I'm off the week before Christmas on like the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'll probably do it on the Wednesday. We'll do it on the Tuesday, and I'll probably start it at like 5 PM UK or 6 maybe. I'll tell you, it'll be interesting. I'll throw it on and then like I'll probably start it at 5, wait for a few people to join, see if it starts picking up, and then I'll probably play until 9, 10 o'clock. Oh, bad line. I think we'll get fairly far through the game. And then I'm going to need to figure out how to cut it down, so probably make some... Actually, to be fair, I probably won't even need to. I might see if I can build like a highlights reel or something, try and figure out how to edit a video. Instead of just hitting record and then hitting stop. But, we'll see. Then again, Underground 2, the whole thing's a highlight, man. It's just such a cool game. And before you ask, I'm not starting with the MX-5. No. Not happening. Whatever I'm starting with is going to be front-wheel drive, and that's the end of it, because that's what God intended. Because it's not like having a front-wheel drive car in those games actually matters. You can literally drift them, you can drag race them. It's been so long since I've played the game properly, though. Yeah, okay, cool. Thing is, with the streams, once the channel starts to pick up a little bit more, maybe once we get to like 500 subs or something, I might do a Q&A stream or something. I'm hoping if we've managed to get 100 subs in like sort of 3 months, to be getting close to 500 by the end of next year. That'd be kind of cool. But we'll see. I'm not a greedy man. We'll just keep going with the channel until and see what it does. That being said, I would like to buy the Minica. I would like to import the Mitsubishi. That can only happen if you guys make it happen. Oh dear. And it won't be some clickbait video. I just imported the rarest Japanese, Mitsubishi there is, or ultra rare turbo car, or something stupid like that. No, it'll be literally just pure Minica. Because I love that little turd. It's such a rubbish little car. Well, actually, it might not be rubbish. It might be an excellent little car for all I know. I just remember it being horrendously slow in this. I should actually break that back out, because I think it's making something in the ballpark of 130 horsepower now. I'm curious to see how fast it is. Probably not Corvette fast, but there we go. Wow, we have just dominated these events. It's weird. Like I genuinely expected this to be a much more of a challenge than it actually is. But it's going to be so baffling because the Peugeot one, I know for a fact the 206 one is going to suck, and the VX221. That being said, I would just cheat my way to a win on both of those. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It does make that sort of cool grumble noise right at low RPMs. What does this actually rev to? 6 and a bit. Well, it's better than the Camaro I've got, which revs to like 5 and something. 5 and change. Oh dear. Come on. Okay, nice and easy. Let's jump into C5. I'm curious to see what the C5 does. I want to know if it's any better to drive or if it's any faster. But before we do, where's the super... That is straight up a Chevelle. No, you can't call it Corvette Race Series and then put a Chevelle on the front screen. Okay. Actually, can you buy the ZR1 from here? Because I'll be a bit annoyed if you can't. Actually, I'm not, because I love the Grand Sport. You can. 82 grand though. I paid like less than half. Cool. Cool. Right, where's the Oh, there is a Superbad. I thought I remembered this. Cool. Right, I need to figure out how to get that, because that's a really cool car, and we all know it has to be canary yellow or lemon twist, whatever the hell the colour was called. Yes. Okay, that's going to be the goal. Right. Let's jump in the C5. Beautiful. 385 horsepower. Cool. I don't think I need to do an oil change on this. I mean, it should be fast. That being said, what does it do? I mean, come on. Let's be honest here. It's probably not going to need anything more than that. It's borderline 400 horsepower. It's going to be an absolute rocket ship. Infineon, not my best track. It has to be said, but I'll give it a. I'll get on with it. I don't know. Alright, so there's a Grand Sport C4, C5, C2, and an L46 350, whatever that means. I know nothing about these cars, other than the fact I like them. Oh no, traction control off could be quite fun in a 400 horsepower car, mind you. Okay. Well, as close to 400 horsepower. 396, because no doubt people go, it's still 400 horsepower. Oh, it's a 9-point race. Okay, this is going to be way too easy. It's good though, because it means I've got money to turbocharge the Accord as well. Because I've got to do the Type R one. That sounds horrid. Okay, the Grand Sport's definitely the better sounding car. Interesting they put the C3 at the back now. Okay, there's no denying that this thing is very fast though. Okay. Truth be told, I actually do think it handles a little bit better than the C4. He says going off the track. Once again though, purely my fault. The shorter gears help. This is pretty fast. But it sounds horrid. I might have to chuck an upgraded exhaust on this and see if that fixes it. This really does sound like a Hoover or a vacuum cleaner, depending where you're from. Yeah, that's not oh no. Okay. We still got slowed, don't worry about it. Okay. The Grand Sport got the cut back, but easy. This thing's fast. This thing is very, very fast. Oh, this is cool. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Oh, what? Yeah. Come on. Come on. This thing's wicked. I mean, I can put aside the bad exhaust note because this thing drives fantastic. Like, it's got so much grip. And there's no getting away from the fact that this thing pulls really hard. And I'm driving like an absolute bell. Are C5 gears this short? I don't know. Once again, I know nothing about them. It'd be kind of cool if they are. That'd make it a very fun car to drive, rolling through the gears like that. I like cars with short gear. I mean, not too short that they're completely useless, but I like a car where you have to roll through the gears. My old, I mean, it's not exactly a Corvette, is it? But my old Yaris T-Sport, I think you had to bang that through into third gear before you were doing 70. So it just means you get to, you know, experience the car a little bit more. And it's always the experience when you're driving a Yaris. Or 100 and something horse, 105, 101? Varies depending who you ask. I will defend the T-Sport to the hills. I'll defend the Mark 1 Yaris to the hills. If you need a cheap motor, they're great. If you want, you know, a reliable car, as long as you can ignore rust, they're great. And crunchy gearboxes, actually. And if you want a fun thing to throw around, the T-Sport's pretty damn good. It feels like an old school hot hatch. Not as fast, but... And the amount of shit I got for when I bought mine, and then I let my mates drive, and every single one of them came back with a smile on their face. I mean, that might have been down to the fact that mine was modified on MX-5 SVT wheels and, you know, fairly decent rubber and an intake and an exhaust, so it made a lot of noise. So it made it a bit more of an experience, but yeah, everyone that drove it loved it. And I did as well, until it just kept going wrong. And the thing is, like, I bought a bad one. Like, let that be known, I bought a horrendous example of a very good little car. So, which is a recurring thing with me. But I don't care. The fact that I buy them, I break them, I sell them. I try to fix them, I really do. I spent a lot of money fixing my 180 Audi, my A3 that I had. I like that car. That was a good car. But yeah, I don't know. Just means I've got to experience a lot of stuff. I know for a fact I won't buy another 180 again, unless it's my old Audi back. It did actually come up for sale. I think it's on like 20 owners now. The thing's a proper village bike, and I don't know. It's just cool. I liked it. It felt solid. It really did. Yeah, I really did want to tune it up, and I wanted to do a 225 BAM and 6-speed conversion on it, and sort of tune it up to sort of 260, 280 brake. Because it would have been enough. Like, it would have been your typical 118. It would have been fast enough, and it would have made a great noise. I still maintain those engines have absolutely no personality whatsoever, but I liked mine. I really did like my 180 Audi. My mate actually had a 180 Mark IV Golf 5 door, and I don't know what was done to it. I think it was mapped and it had exhaust and stuff on it, but that one felt fun. Like that one just kept revving for whatever reason. I don't think it had a rev limiter on it, so the needle just kept going further and further and further. Stock turbo as well, so you can feel it dropping off boost. But that thing was fun. Like, that was a really fun car. Ooh. But no, my most fun cars have been my slowest ones. My 1 litre Micra that I got for 200 quid. I think that'd be such a good turn. My Clio, I loved my little 60 valve, my bread van, and yeah, my T-Sport. I mean, my diesel Golf, like, I've got a Mark 7 and it's been remapped. So it's got a generic base map on it, so it's anywhere between 180 and 200 horsepower. Couldn't tell you, don't really care. All I know is it gets like 50 to 60 to the gallon on the journey, which I quite like. And it pulls well, it really does. It feels like it pulls like a GTD. I'm not going to call it a GTD because it's not, it's a Blue Motion, but it's like it's a base model as well, it's a match. But I like it. It does what it's supposed to do, it's just very boring. I need a bit of noise in my life. I was going airsoft the other day with a good friend of mine from work, and there was a track day on it, Stetterton it would have been, and it just got me wanting a petrol car again, it really did. Oh man, I miss it. I miss the noise, I miss the throttle response. I certainly miss the throttle response, because the turbo lag in my car is horrendous. If you're in eco mode, like, it's weird, like, you put it in sport mode, the throttle response is a lot better. If you're in eco mode, you have to go all the way to the floor, and it's like a button or something, it feels like, or a switch. It's a weird feeling throttle, and that's when it engages, and it goes, oh, actually, yeah, you want full throttle now. But yeah, the power really is like an on and off switch, like below 1800, absolutely nothing, and then the turbo spools up and it goes, but because it's a diesel, you change it like 2.5, 3000, because it's a tiny turbo, it's probably the size of a digestive biscuit, and then you can just feel it drop off if you start revving it out, so, I don't know though, it's good, it's a good little car. It does what it's supposed to do. It's a practical 5-door thing. It just bores me. I'm going off on the tangent again. I do apologise. I don't apologise, actually. It's the one thing that keeps me sane. El Capitan. Or Capitan, sorry. Or whatever it's called. The track that I'm rubbish at is what it is. El Capitan, that's it. The one that you drive the Seat Ibiza on. Ah, okay. I forgot to put an exhaust on it. Not a bad launch. Not a bad launch at all. Okay, I'm going to get squeezed out by the C2. And the C4. Fair enough. I don't think it's going to save you that much though, people. Up into third. Is that a black one? They do look good. I've yet to find a colour that the C5 doesn't look absolutely spectacular in. Unless there's like some sort of rice and rat rod type ones out there. Which even then, if it's your car, enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you don't. Fair enough. That being said, I am going to laugh my ass off if you're driving along in a Hyundai Accent or something with a giant spoiler and 19-inch wheels and stuff. But you like what you like. The max power era, or or the early 2000s era, I guess you should you'll call it. It produced some very interesting cars. I don't think I'd ever build a car that way, but yeah. It was nice to see the scene thriving the way it was, and the fact that everything was different. You could take the most boring, mundane car and turn it into an absolute showstopper. Like oh god, that was a huge crash. Good, it's a good job there's no damage in this game, because that would have just ended me there. But like, you could literally take like a 106 1.1 or something like that, put like scissor doors and 1,000 speakers in it, make it the slowest car possible, but it would still pull a crowd. Partly because it probably would have blown the windows out of the thing. I don't know, it's cool. Like, the whole sort of max power era is having a bit of a resurgence at the minute, which I respect. It's good to see some of those old show cars see the light of day again. Once again, I would never build a car like that. Would I buy one? Maybe for a laugh. I'd like to know if like any of them actually sort of drove as good as, well, not as good as they look. I don't think any of them particularly looked very nice. Striking's the word I'd use. But I probably know the answer to that. But I'd like to know if some of the ones that had the engine work and stuff put in, and like the suspension work, if they were actually any good to drive. Because the way a car looks doesn't necessarily, equate to how it drives. There's a lot of ugly cars that drive really good, and a lot of pretty cars that drive very badly. Most disappointing car I've ever driven was Aston Martin V8 Vantage, 4.3, I think it would have been, or was it a 4.7? It was a convertible automatic one, and the engine sounds amazing, and I don't think it handled all that bad, but the interior didn't feel as special as I wanted it to, and it's weird, it didn't feel that fast. I was on one of those supercar track days, and to be honest, the one that I drove the Aston Martin at, they actually let me drive it hard. It's probably not the same thing these days, but they actually let me redline the thing. And yeah, it just didn't pull the way I expected it to. Cool car. I want to drive a hardtop manual and see if that fixes that problem. But yeah, I don't know. Beautiful car. Didn't drive all that nicely. Well, the engine was a letdown, I guess. The handling was good, but I don't know. I do like those supercar track days, even if they don't let you go fully to the limit. It did let me experience a car I've always wanted to drive, which was a R8 V8. It was an R-tronic, which was a bit pants. I want a manual one, but my god, that engine's special, man. Like, and the thing is, I drove a Hurricane straight after it as well, like, because I was meant to drive. The only problem was I was meant to drive a classic Mustang and a classic Camaro, but both of them had broken down. So I arrived on the day and I wanted to drive a DB9 and the R8. The DB9 had issues with the brakes, I think, so they let me drive the Hurricane. And I'm sure this is just me being a proper idiot, but I actually enjoyed the V8 R8 more. The Hurricane was epic. That engine is magic, and to be honest, sitting in it, you do feel like you're somebody, but there's something about the V8, like that 4.2 litre V8 in the R8, that is just pure magic. And I don't care that it's not the fastest car in the world, and I don't care that, you know, the V10 one's probably better, I'm sure it is, especially a gated manual one. I just loved that R8. I want one. It's one of those dream cars. Is it an obtainable one? Depends who you ask. On my wage, probably not. But a man can dream. And I really would consider my life complete if I could walk out of a house, my own house, which would be nice. Not in this economy, it's not going to happen, but not to get too political. But if I could walk out onto my driveway and see sitting there an R8 V8 manual, and then cry when the timing chain explodes, but we'll come to that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, sorry. To be fair, it would be the same if I could get a 205 GTI. I don't care if it's a 1.6 or a 1.9, I just want one. That car, those things are magic. Oh god, here goes Robert talking about cars that he can't afford again. Waffling on as normal. Oh, I don't even care. That's what I like about this platform, is that it allows me to talk about the things that I like to people that may or may not care. And if you don't care, good on you. If you do care, I'd like to know your thoughts. Man, this track is not my favourite, it has to be said. It's cool, I like it. I don't hate the track, I'm so bad at it. I think there's an endurance race that takes part here. Thing is, I don't really like using B-Spec. B-Spec bores me. I can't sit there and watch the gameplay itself. I've been doing that enough with Motorsport 8, trying to level up cars. Like, I don't need to be doing it with Gran Turismo as well. That reminds me, it's Thursday. I'm curious to see what the new cars are. Oh, turn, you pig! Yeah, I don't know how they got the exhaust on the C4 quite good. I wouldn't even have been mad if they just copied the C4, like the Grand Sport exhaust, onto this and just made it rev a little bit higher. Like, that would have been absolutely fine. Ooh. Does that actually help tapping the throttle when you downshift in this game? I'm not sure. Probably not. Cool, okay. Well, this has been a very uneventful race. Just an uneventful championship, actually. I really should have turned off the traction control, just had a bit of a skid. Ah, this car in yellow is just the best. And then you slap a Pro Charger on it and then make 1,000,000 horsepower. Because that just seems to be what these like Chevrolet products do. Like, it's every time I watch like a 1320 video and I just see something that's got like a junkyard LS that's just got a massive turbo strapped to it and it makes 1,000,000,000 horsepower. It's just cool. I love the fact that these things make power so readily. That's why I consider like LS engines and stuff like that to be the greatest engines of all time. I really do. Followed very closely by the K series. Although I prefer the character of a B, the K series is the better engine. There's just no argument to that. Let's have a look. This video has probably been fairly long, I guess. Okay, what do we win? I think we win the C2 race car. Yes, we do. Sweet. This thing is so cool. Oh, man, a side exit exhaust, and those wheels are just perfect. This thing's so cool. Oh, it's a split window as well, man. Like, you just can't beat that. Cool, okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do, just before we leave. The same thing that I did in the Kaido Racer vid. Let's quickly modify the Honda, because the Honda will be the next thing that we race. And probably get annihilated in. I have put some BBSs on it. I don't know what they're from, but they look very good on this car. I'm probably going to put coilovers on this. It needs to be lower. Oh, let's put spoon parts on it. Yes! It does need it does need semi-racing suspension. Does it need to be an A for the Type R? I can take the turbo off if I need to, man. Let's take some weight out because this is quite a heavy car. I mean, it's a saloon car, so it can't be too bad. It always baffled me that they never made a Type R S2000. That's not worth the money. I feel like that could have been a very good car. Does it make a lot of power with the turbo? Well, 293 is not bad. It could be better though. I mean, just saying. 299 is not bad either. I've already gone to the effort of doing an oil change, so. Should I throw a clutch in it just to help with the we'll throw the cheap clutch. We'll put in a racing chip. I mean, 300 horsepower should be enough. I mean, I don't know though, because that means the power to weight is probably the same as like a mildly tuned Teg. 310. Yeah. I mean, there's only going to be one way to find out, isn't there? If it's not fast enough, I will just make more power. It's as simple as that. I don't think putting brakes on actually... go on. We've got the money. And then whatever's left will use to turbocharge my MX-5 that I bought. Because I finally bit the bullet and bought an MX-5. Alright, let's see what happens. Back to home. How does it sit? Does it need lowering? A little bit. It just needs to come down a little bit more. Ooh, okay. That might be it. That might be what we need. I should probably do the traction control thing now while I'm here. Oh, it has got an LSD either. That probably would have been a smarter upgrade than the racing brakes, to be fair, but it's fine. One tyre fire will be absolutely fine. 310 horsepower is pretty good going for this thing. That's going to make a very fun car. Like, regardless if it's fast, it's going to be fun to drive. Oh, that looks quite low. Yeah, that looks sick! That looks wicked! Oh, man. Yes! Absolutely. Excellent. Well, I'm going to call the video there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Do please like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Like I said, though, guys, just remember, no videos next week. But thank you very much. Take care.